And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Detroit Lions. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson on hand. Greg, you get to a game like this and you love the matchup because as we watch and get ready, you just watch highlight after highlight of the ball in the air, down the field. We got two big-arm quarterbacks going head-to-head here in this one.
And if you love offensive football and you love high-level quarterback play, we've got a matchup that I think you're going to be pretty excited to sit down and take in alongside us because every blade of grass is an opportunity to deliver the ball. And the amount of pressure on these defenses to defend the entire field, knowing there is no throw off limit, there is no route that cannot be unleashed. This is the ultimate test for any defense when you have two quarterbacks like this lined up under center.
Here's Craig Reynolds to return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. Number 1 overall pick in 2016 leads them out, Greg. It's quarterback Jared Goff.
You see Jared Goff now taking the field, and he's coming off one of the best seasons of his career, and he's certainly quieted a lot of skeptics around the league, Mike, and leading this Lions team to the NFC Championship just a season ago. He has his eyes set on taking that next step, and a strong performance here certainly help him achieve that goal.
Right to the air, here's Goff. Got a man open, it's Patrick. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone, David Montgomery. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. On play action, Goff. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Lions first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he will carry his offense to the red zone. Inside the 20-yard line, a pickup of 9. Second and a yard. Now Goff. Catch is made by Wright. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
I just love the feel this tight end has, Mike, for the defense when they play zone coverage. Certain guys, they want to run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and they end up going from uncovered space to covered space, but not the case here. He knew he was open. He knew he was in the right spot. He stayed open. The quarterback delivered a good ball.
It's a gain of 13, and it's first and goal.
I mean, what a start to this game throwing the ball. I mean, I don't think the ball's hit the ground yet, Mike. I mean, he's 4 for 4, and now he's got his offense set up here early with 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and here's Montgomery. Powering forward. He's in. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Detroit. And they get the first points of the game. What a way to start it, Greg. You get the ball. It's what you want to do. Settle into this game on top 6-0.
Mike, how often do we have coaches tell us the importance of playing with the lead? Well, they come take the ball right away on the first drive, all the way down there and strike first. And now the rest of the way, let's see how it plays out.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. And they're led by the #1 overall pick in 2021, national champion at LSU, it's Joe Burrow.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Zadarius Smith, the linebacker, in on the stop. Second and 7. Gesicki, the man in motion. 2nd down, Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. This one complete to Higgins. On the ground, it's Brown. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Jack Campbell, the former 1st-round pick, there to wrap him up. Third and 6. Gesicki, the man in motion. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 10 yards, the gain on the pitch and catch. It's a Cincinnati 1st down.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. The throw on the run is complete. Here's Brown. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. Gesicki, the man in motion. And he's going to have the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 29, but it's a new set of downs. 1st down picked up. They go play action for Burrow. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now, that's obviously not the case anymore. But this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap.
The Bengals ready to punt this one away. Deep for the Lions, Khalif Raymond. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Lions offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They'll begin with 1st down from their own 11. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Back to the drawing board for this run game, Mike. The offensive coordinator and his staff, they have to do a better job giving plays, giving opportunities to their offense to find success on the ground. Because right now, they have no answers for this defense.
Goff with the give to Montgomery. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Clearly, the plan on offense was to establish the run a little bit on this drive, Mike, but the defense is having none of it. 1st and 2nd down stop, no gain. Now it brings up a 3rd and long. We'll see if they try something else.
It is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Burrow. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase, and it'll lead to a second down. Gesicki, the man in motion. And he'll get forward for a couple. The big lineman, Aleem McNeil, ends the play there. They need 8 as they come up for third down. Burrow to throw. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
On comes the punter now, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Lions offense ready to get back at it. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. On the ground, Montgomery to start the drive. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. This one complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and third down coming up. Off the play fake, here's Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams.
This is teach tape for man defense, Mike. I mean, he is not looking back at the quarterback at all. He is in the hip pocket of his receiver. He's staying in phase and in rhythm. And then he knows when the wide receiver's hands go up, attack the ball. And that's about as good as it gets.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now Brown. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow here on 2nd down. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. It's Aiden Hutchinson, former #2 overall pick, in there to bring him down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Back to throw, Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at, and that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short, and now it's 4th down.
And that's a pretty good effort here on 3rd and long. He had nowhere to go down the field. The defense is playing real soft. He pulls it down and did all he could, but he's still going to end up being short of the 1st down.
Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Lions offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Throwing, Goff. That's to the big tight end, Laporta. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Williams in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Goff. That pass caught by Amon-Ra. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. Back to the air one more time. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
You get so caught up defending all of these weapons all over the field, and it's sometimes really easy to forget about the back. And in this case, the quarterback does a nice job just dropping the ball off in his check down, and he lets him do the rest.
On 1st down, it's Goff. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays throughout the entire league, The best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
On the handoff, it's Montgomery. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. So after one, it's the Lions who have the early lead. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. They face second down and 7. Williams in motion. A second down throw for Goff. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They need to get it to the 27. This is third down. Goff. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
On fourth down, that brings Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal. This is going to be from 53 yards out. Bates' kick is good. And the Lions will extend to a 10-0 lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bengals offense ready for this next possession. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. To throw is Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, Burrow. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to...
This one intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They start with the lead and the football, and they do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. Williams in motion. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Over the middle, he's got St. Brown.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal. Williams in motion. A run on 1st and goal. And that's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3. Second and goal. Here's Goff. To the goal line and in. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Lions. Here's Bates for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Lions move further out in front. It is now 17-0. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive, as they'll begin here with 1st down. They'll run here with Brown. And he's got a Bengals 1st down. He'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
A carry here for Brown. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. He'll find Brown out of the backfield. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
3rd and a yard. Play action now. It's Burrow. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Lions offense ready to take over possession of the football. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. So they start this on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Goff. This one caught by Patrick. And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line.
First rule of backed up offense, get the first down. The last thing you want to do, punt the ball back and give your opponent a short field. Mission accomplished. Now, can they maintain possession long enough to see if they can cap this drive off with some points?
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To throw is Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Goff gives it to Gibbs. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. It is Logan Wilson up to make the play. They'll try and run it here with Montgomery. It'll be a pickup of 10. 1st down, Detroit.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the 1st down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
Goff to throw on 1st down. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. Back-to-back, gains of 10 yards, and back-to-back 1st downs. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. From the gun, here's Gibbs. And he'll work his way down inside the 40. Jermaine Pratt up to make the stop.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. His 2nd catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a 1st down.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the 1st down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
Goff to throw. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. Great job here defensively, Mike. Make them snap the ball again. 2nd and 1, they're not conceding anything. Make it 3rd and 1 and see if your defense can come up again with a stop for no gain.
Goff to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Lions open it up a bit further. They now lead 20-0.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. They'll begin here on the ground. And he goes forward. Good gain on that one. Pickup of 8 out to the 33-yard line. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They bring Chase in motion. 2nd down, Burrow. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. So from 3rd and 2, back him up to 3rd and 7. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. They get 18 on the pitch and catch, and the Bengals going to have a 1st down.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
15 more on that connection. They're making it look easy. That's another 1st down.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
He'll find Andre Yusivas. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm. Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
And he'll take it on in. Mike Gesicki. Touchdown, Bengals.
Well, after being shut out in the first half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. But now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives. Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score. Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. The kick is good, and the Bengals are able to cut into the deficit. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to him with another drive here. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Goff. Now a pass deep for St. Brown. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
I really like this play design. They're trying to match up the speed of this running back versus the linebacker in coverage, but do it vertical down the middle of the field. And when he can get that matchup, they feel that's advantage offense.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. Catch is made by Wright. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On second down, Montgomery. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Second and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. On first down, it's Goff. That's right side and brought in by Williams. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now, Goff. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
The reason teams love calling the quarterback's number on design quarterback runs, Mike, is because in the blocking scheme, you gain one additional blocker. It didn't matter here. The defense was ready for it, and they're able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
Williams in motion. A second down throw for Goff. Quick slant taken in by Amon-Ra. And he'll be taken down.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. This is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal, and at the very least, got to come away with some points.
Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. Throwing here is Goff. It is brought in the end zone. Tim Patrick. Touchdown, Detroit. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Bates now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Lions add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The visitors' offense and running back Chase Brown headed back onto the field. They'll start out 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Burrow here on second down. He'll spot Higgins, who makes the grab. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Tight end motioning left. This time they stay on the ground. Here's the third and final timeout for the Lions, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half. Here's the punter now, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. Raymond going to return it, and he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. The home team's offense and Jared Goff set to go to work once more, and he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll find some space, taking it for 6 out to the 26-yard line. So we've reached halftime here at Ford Field, and the Lions have the lead. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our halftime report. In the first half, it was the veteran quarterback Jared Goff who had command of the offense. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
I'll tell you what, if the offensive lineman had the same level of fight and effort that the quarterback did, they wouldn't be in this situation. It's a shame because that individual effort went a long way towards extending that play, and it still ended up resulting in a sack.
So after the loss on first, Here's 2nd and 14. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. To throw is Burrow. That's to his big tight end, Gesicki. And he's going to get awfully close to the 1st down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short. The Bengals out and ready to punt, as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Patrick motioning here. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. This one caught by Patrick. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line.
Really nice throw downfield on that conversion. Brings up a new set of downs. And defensively, Mike, this feels like desperation mode. If you allow them to finish this drive with a touchdown, this game feels all but over.
Throwing, Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Throwing on 2nd down, Goff. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. He's going to have that 1st down, gain of 6, as they convert on 3rd down.
The best time to call a screen is when the defense is anticipating pass. Allow that defensive front to rush the passer. Just get through the offensive line enough before you drop it to your back. Get out behind those big offensive linemen and pick up the 1st down.
Here's a handoff to Montgomery. And they finally wrestle him down at the Lions' 29-yard line. They'll have a 1st down. It's a gain of 28.
And this is how you just keep wearing down a defense. You find yourself with a pretty big lead. Now can they just lean on this run game the rest of the way and close this game out with a win?
Goff to throw on 1st down. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
As a pass rusher, you don't always need to record a sack to make your presence felt. Creating pressure, move the quarterback, affect his timing. Those are all different ways to take pressure off your coverage unit.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. They'll go play action with Goff. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
All these defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case, you don't get the sack, but it was the hit that's able to alter the pass to fall incomplete.
He'll find Montgomery out of the backfield. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on 3rd down. Clean pocket, tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. And at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield.
Here's Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here now, a toss to Montgomery. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Trying to keep a drive alive, going to have to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This from 34 yards. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Lions add on to their lead. So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense make their way out to take over once more. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
And his great game continues, and all game long, Mike, he's really been on the receiving end of a lot of big plays, but I think we might have just seen his best one yet.
A first down throw for Burrow. That one is caught. It's Hudson. And after the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
2nd and a yard. On the ground, it's Brown. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Jack Campbell, the former first-round pick, there to wrap him up. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They go play action for Burrow. He's got his man, right side. It's complete. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Brown. He'll manage only a couple. Kirby Joseph there to make the play. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
That's complete. It's Yosivas. Fourth down, and the Bengals will bring in Evan McPherson for the field goal try. This will be a 48-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
McPherson now, after making the field goal, is set to kick this one off. Reynolds now on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Lions offense headed back to take over once more. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. To throw is Goff. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On 2nd down, Goff. Quick throw here is complete. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. It is Logan Wilson up to make the play. Here's 3rd and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Now he'll air one out. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Bengals offense back onto the field for their next possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Burrow here on 2nd down. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now a give on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
They'll stick with him again. And once again, they try the same runner. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes there's just nowhere to go, right? We ask these running backs, Mike, to do a lot of work, find space, create something out of nothing. Well, this time, he was able to create nothing out of nothing.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Lions offense and their running back set to go once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Goff. He's going to let this one go deep.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays. And frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
Patrick motioning here. A 2nd down throw for Goff. Quick slant taken in by Amon-Ra. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. On third down, they go with Montgomery. Oh, he won't get there. Looking for a cutback lane. It never opened up. And now it's fourth down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up fourth down.
Here's the Lions punt team now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. Now Brown. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup to the 24. Jack Campbell, the former first-round pick, there to wrap him up. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. And that is incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
We're all set to kick this one away. He'll take this in back at the 16. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Lions offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. 1st and 10. Williams in motion. On play action, Goff. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
And with the defenders biting on that hard play action, the tight end knows he's going to be open once he crosses that linebacker. All his quarterback has to do is get his hips turned around and deliver the ball on target, and it's an easy first down.
On first down, it's Goff. Going up top. And this will be incomplete.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
Williams in motion. Throwing on second down, Goff. Quick slant caught by St. Brown. Third and a yard. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and take it in. He's got it. They gain 18 yards on that one. Good for a Lions first down. Goff to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the third quarter. Here's 2nd and 2. Williams in motion. Goff with the give to Montgomery. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Patience is a great quality of a running back. You have to wait for holes and gaps to develop. But in this case, Mike, he just kept waiting, and nothing ended up happening. No gain.
Here's 3rd and 2. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Here's Goff. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that 2nd down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. He's going nowhere. That call, not the right one. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Just watch the speed of the pursuit out of this safety on this tackle, Mike. His ability to play from depth and attack the line of scrimmage and meet that ball carrier in the hole and keep him to no gain. You don't see a lot of safeties able to make that tackle in the open field. That's pretty impressive.
Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Lions will extend their lead. So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense getting set to get back to work. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Burrow now. There's that man again. Another catch. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends up being a wasted down.
Now a second down throw for Burrow. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Back to the sideline and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell.
It makes sense to try to push the ball downfield, Mike, and go to the air when you find yourself trailing by this deficit. But it also makes you very predictable. You see the defense, they're in nickel personnel, extra defensive backs on the field. It gets that much harder to throw when the defense knows it's coming.
Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point, and now they'll try to finish up strong. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the ground, Montgomery to start the drive. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. One more time for Montgomery. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards. Williams in motion. They'll go play action with Goff. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Now, Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Throwing here is Goff. That's into the hands of the receiver, Patrick. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal. Here's a run. And a short pickup down inside the 10. Now here's 2nd and goal. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He'll find Montgomery out of the backfield. He brings it down to the 5-yard line, but now it is 3rd and goal. To throw is Goff. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Here's Bates for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions will add one more onto their big lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he is stopped at the 25, and the drive will begin there. Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick 1st down.
It's no secret this day has been a rough outing all around, so at this stage of the game, really no choice but to remain aggressive and just try to find something positive on a day where there's been a lot of negative.
A 1st down throw for Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki. Not able to stay in. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be a loss of a couple of yards on that one.
Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play, but those guys on defense, it felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
Burrow here on 2nd down. That's to his big tight end, Gesicki. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Gesicki, the man in motion. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That is caught. Finding Higgins. His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. Quickly to the outside and complete. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is first down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early first down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike, touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points.
That's into the hands of Josivas. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. A carry here for Brown. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down, Burrow. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They need 8 as they come up for third down. Gesicki, the man in motion. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
That is caught at the 3. The risk pays off to the tune of 16 yards.
Given the circumstances here, trailing in the 4th quarter, clearly a 4-down territory situation. Nice job giving his quarterback somewhere to go with the ball, but with this fresh set of downs, 1st and goal, they've got to come away with 6.
Burrow. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
They'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. They go play action, and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Andre Josivas. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
McPherson now for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Bengals are able to edge a bit closer. Down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here trying to get an onside kick. He's to midfield.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. And they're going to take over possession.
The Lions offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A handoff, running left, it's Montgomery. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground. Again, Montgomery. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got him going backwards now, Mike, and this is a worrying trend. We've seen it now the last 2 plays. They have to be able to generate some leverage at the point of attack. Count on positive yardage in the run game.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Straight ahead, it's Montgomery. The Lions will punt this ball away. Trying for the old school coffin corner. That's pretty close, out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the 5-yard line. Well done. The Bengals offense and T. Higgins set to take over once more. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. Now, Burrow. That's complete. It's Yosivas. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Back to throw, Burrow. There's that man again, another catch. Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their 2nd. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. Throwing is Burrow. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here's Burrow. Catch left side is made by Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7. Burrow now. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. Burrow to throw. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
To throw is Burrow. That's into the hands of Gesicki. He's got it. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. To throw is Burrow. He's got Gesicki open down the field. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it's a win here for the Lions. And right away, you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. And as a result, they're going to come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from downtown Detroit.